What's happening, YouTube? Welcome to the Mr. Winslaw channel. I am Mr. Winslaw, your host, and today is going to be a day that we will discuss a topic of prime importance in the African American community, which centers primarily upon religion is stupid. This is going to be a four-part mini-series. Yes, 4 parts. We'll discuss 2 stories from the Old Testament, 2 stories from the New Testament, and hopefully by series end, you will come to the conclusion that in order for our race to progress, religion, which is retrogressive, needs to be placed in file 13. So, without any further ado, let's get started, shall we? When we look at religion is stupid, we must look at the first part, which is dealing with the creation story. That's right, the creation story. We're all familiar with it. God created everything known and unknown to us in 6 days and rested on the 7th. He also created Adam and Eve, the first man and woman, and placed them in a virtual paradise on earth called the Garden of Eden. Yes, they were not only butt naked, but he also gave them the command to be fruitful and multiply in a virtual paradise on earth. Yes, that sounds very cool to me, and I'm an unbeliever. However, we all know what had to happen next. He gave a bone-chilling warning that if you partake of the fruit of a certain tree, i.e., the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, then you would surely die. What happens? Eve is beguiled by a talking snake, and she then eats of the tree. Nothing happens. She offers the fruit to Adam, and both of them are thrust into a world of sin. Not only are they stained with sin, but their offspring are also doomed to be born into sin because of what took place in the Garden of Eden. Black America, if we just press the pause button right there and look at the creation story from its beginning to the point that I just talked about, we could see that there are so many holes in this story that it makes Swiss cheese look like sheet iron, and I'll explain why. God is evil, plain and simple. God is incompetent, plain and simple. There is no way in the world that the creation story can be taken with a grain of salt and looked upon objectively if you look at this story and say that what God did to Adam and Eve was cool. There's simply no way this can happen. No way at all. Since he is omniscient, this means that he knows everything about everything. So he certainly knew that we were going to fail before he even created the earth. Also, he cannot possibly be omnibenevolent because omnibenevolent means all-loving. And a person who is all-loving would not place something detrimental in the midst of something that his finest creation is going to inhabit. There is no way this is going to happen. Well, I tell you what, some of you Bible thumpers are just that stubborn. Well, I've got an analogy for that. Let's just suppose I take this pistol, this Taurus 40 caliber semi-automatic pistol. I dip it in arsenic. I cock it, and I run a daycare, and I leave this in the middle of the playroom, the little romper room where the children are going to congregate and play. And I tell those children, now look, do not touch this weapon. Don't touch it, because if you do, you're going to die. And then I walk out of the room and I stay away for, let's say a day or two. And next thing I know, you already know what's going to happen. The headlines are going to be all over the place. Incompetent Mr. Winslaw leaves a weapon in the midst of those children. That's exactly what the God of the Bible does. The God of the Bible cannot possibly be omnibenevolent. He cannot possibly be omniscient. He cannot possibly be an omnipotent and loving being. No, it's just not going to happen. There is no way that you can justify what he does strictly because you believe that he is all that, he is sovereign. No. If I'm not above the law, he shouldn't be above the law either. In closing, this has been the first installment of Religion is Stupid. There will be 3 more. Yes, there will be 3 more because I'm not attacking your religion and I'm not attacking you. But I am showing you that there is definitely another side to the religion that you hold so dear. I know that I'm getting to you, black atheists out there. I know I am talking to you and you're feeling the words that I say because you understand what's going on in that church. You know it's wrong. You have your questions, but you dare not say anything for fear of being ostracized. But I'm here for you, black atheists. There are many others out here just like you. We need to come together because when we do that and rely on reason rather than religion, the truly miraculous in the black community as well as the world community is at our fingertips. From the Mr. Winslow Studios, peace.